Video number 226, mixed numbers and improper fractions. We're going to first divide each into a mixed number. So we have 22 divided by 5 and 79 divided by 10. Let's see how it shakes out. Well, since 20 divided by 5 is exactly 4, we have actually 2 extra numbers. Remember, we're trying to find groups of 5. We have 4 groups of 5 give you 20. So therefore you have 2 extra numbers. Well, we can't get a group of 5 from 2. So that's why we have 2/5 of another group. That's why it's 4 and 2/5. Same thing here, 79 divided by 10. Well, since 70 divided by 10 is 70 divided by 10 is 7, we have 7 and 9/10 because we're trying to get groups of 10. We can get 7 full groups of 10 to give us exactly 70 with 9 extra. Another way to think about this, just so you have this in your back pocket, 80 would have given you exactly 8 groups. You have 1 unit less. So we have 1 less than 10. So that's why we have 9/10 of a group. Almost 8 groups. All right, next one. We're going to, this is supposed to be change these to, let's see here. Yes, here we go. We're going to change these to improper fractions. Now, if we inverse the process, what do we know about 15 divided by 3? It's 5. Another thing we can do is we can call 15 over 3 equals 5 and 0/3. Okay, so since 15 over 3 is 5 and 0/3, okay, 17 over 3, all right, would give us 2 extra. Okay, so what we would do here is this. We do 3 times 5 to get the 15 for the numerator. That's how this would shake down. And you can check this out with any combination. Okay, so 5 and 2/3 is 2 extra added on to the 15. All right, so 5 times 3 is 15. So there's 2 extra. So how do we indicate that? By adding 2 to 15 to get us 17/3. And you can always double check your work to go backwards, right? If this is division and then subtraction to go from here to here, well, then how do you go this way? Well, the opposite, multiplication and addition. This is division and subtraction, multiplication and division to go the other way. You got 10 and 3/7. Well, you have 3 extra numbers, right? If it was 10 and 0/7, you'd have exactly 70. Okay, we got 3 extra. That's why it's 73 over 7. It's really that simple. I mean, you can memorize the rule. Yeah, 7 times 10 plus 3 over 7. Yeah, that's great. But why? The reason why is because you have 3 extra. 3 extra to get a group of 7. Okay? So that's why we would do 7 times 10 plus a 3. You have 3 extra added on to the 70. 3 extra for the 70. Okay? Next one. Divide each using a mixed number. Simplify if necessary. Now we're going to do these two different ways. The first method here, we got 22 over 10 and 145 over 35. We're going to divide the 22 over 10 divided by 2 first to get 11/5. Bam! So you got 11/5. Then you take the 5, divide it into 11, you get 2 because, of course, if the numerator was 10, you'd have exactly 2, so you have 1 extra. 1 extra unit. So therefore 2 and 1/5. All right? 2 and 1/5. All right? Now again, you can go ahead and divide first. If you divide the numerator and denominator by 5, you get 29 over 7. Now I did mental math on this. How did I do that? Well, if this said 150 divided by 5, I'd have exactly 30. This is what? 1 group of 5 less than 150. So therefore 1 group of 5 would be 29. If you divide both the numerator and denominator by the same number, you're really dividing by 1. That's why this all works out, by the way. That should be pointed out here, just in case it hasn't really been emphasized so far. 145 over 35, we're not really dividing by 5. We're dividing by 5 over 5, which is 1. You're allowed to divide by 5. So you just divide straight across, 29, 7, and then you just do your mixed number dance. 7 goes into 29. Bam! 4 times with an extra 1, so it's 4 and 1/7. Next, oh, here's the other strategy. Now this, you would what? Divide first, then get the mixed number. Here, we're actually going to change this to a mixed number right away. So if you do 10 into 22, you get 2 with 2 extra. So it's 2 and 2/10. Then reduce the 2/10 down to 1/5. You're all set. Same thing here. You could divide the 35 into 145 and land safely on the number 140, right? 35 times 2 is 70. Times it by 2 again, you get 140. So therefore, 35 times 4 is 140. So you land safely on 140, which means you have 5 extra. 4 and 5/35 gives you 4 and 1/7. So there you have it. Mixed numbers, improper fractions. We'll see you in the next one.